Hi, Stacy. I'm sitting here in La La Land, and I didn't realize that it was time. So thank you. Thank you so much. I looked up and I saw that. Anyway, I was I got involved in Facebook. I don't spend a lot of time on Facebook, but every once in a while, start seeing. So I'm glad you're here. Whoops! Wait a minute. I gotta turn my iPad off. Start seeing. So I'm glad you're here. Whoops! Wait a minute. I gotta turn. All right. Now we're good. Phew! So many buttons to push. Well, I'm glad you're here. As I said, we'll wait a couple of minutes to see if anybody else pops in. It's real hot. Well, I'm in Florida, so it's silly to say it's real hot here, but it's really hot. Like one of those 90-ish days. And, well, June's almost gone. I don't even know where June went. It went flying by. But I drove down to Vero today, which is about an hour south of where I am, and met up with my sister in law. And we had lunch, which was nice. Do I see Mrs. Gigi here? It says, I don't know why they're blocking you. Why would they hide you? Aw, thank you, Mrs. Gigi. Yeah, I know it's late. I understand. But thanks for coming in and saying, hey, I appreciate that. I do, I do, I do. I'll have a good night's rest. That'll be always, good night's sleep is always a good thing. I've been fiddling around. Sometimes you're just spinning your wheels and you don't feel like you're getting anywhere. And that's kind of how I've been feeling crafting wise. Whoops. But I have been working on Aunt Beck's inspired doll. So I think I'm going to finish it. And I made little flip-flops, well, shoes for him. And the sole of the shoe keeps on coming off. So I think I will glue that back on. I made it out of sticky foam. She has been making this little doll has been quite the journey for me. Just an incredible journey. Because I'm not a sewer by trade by any means of the imagination, but Becky's very patient. I made a pair of jeans. Hi, Gail. And between Debbie and Becky, they got me through the ordeal of making a pair of jean shorts for my little doll. And it was like a miracle because, you're doing it inside out and you really can't see it. And then all of a sudden you turn it right side and all of a sudden there's a pair of pants. Me sewing a pair of pants. So I can show them to you. Look, she's got a pair of jeans on and I even hemmed them. And here are her little shoes or they're not flip-flops, but they're kind of like sandals I made for her. And I had to sew those on. But she's got little things on her feet. Obviously, she can't stand because she's a rag doll. And I'm going to do some sewing on her. Yes, a Florida gal. Yes. And a T-shirt. And this is what I wear every day. And this T-shirt is made out of a T-shirt that I had. I found a pattern online and and her hair is made of, pieces of material, jersey that I cut up. And put a fish on her T-shirt because you have to have a fish, right, if you're a Florida girl. And so she's got some, I got a little rope kind of belt keeping her pants up. And her arms bend. Now she's got knees. And Becky showed us how to kind of do the knees, and I kind of cheated. I just put her arms through the sewing machine to give her elbows, kind of like a bend. So, and this is just another piece of material that I actually hemmed. Hi, Melody. Nice to see you. I'm going to sew her eyes on and her nose. I gave her some eyebrows, but I wish I had put more stuffing. It's too late now. She's got a wobbly head. I guess I could slit her open and stick some stuffing in her, but I think once I get her eyes on, and I made some wireframe glasses for her, so I might continue to try to fashion those, and that means I'd have to give her some ears, which would be buttons, so I could hook the glasses around her ears. But a lot of us, several people made these and posting pictures of them, and then Becky's going to do like an album of them all of them. So some, and they're all so different. I mean, they're just so wild, crazy different. But I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with her. I'm not going to have. I happen to. Did I lose that? Hey, why aren't you sticking? This one little part of her sandals won't stick on. And Mrs. Gigi came in and she's off to bed. She may still be here. So, all right. I'll stick her over in the corner here. You be good now. She's okay, stay. All right. Well, there's 11 of us here. I'm going to go ahead and read. I guess last week the one I read was a repeat. I don't think I've read this one. Sometimes I read them and they go, I don't know. So now I'm just decided I'm going to read them. And, and if you are offended, I apologize. But, well, I apologize. So it is what it is. And the name of this one is, because don't I say this every week? This is an interesting one. Yes, I find this very interesting. And I did try to get rid of that heart. And I guess you can get rid of that heart, but you've got to go through several steps in YouTube, and you've got to do it every single time. So it's not easy to do. Hi, Aunt Bex. How are you? I just showed Dolly. I'm gonna sew her eyes and nose on, and I actually made a T-shirt for her out of a T-shirt. Oh, the heart's not here now? Oh, good, because it's on mine. And look, Becky, I gave her little shoes. Look, she's got little shoes on. She has a T-shirt where I sewed on an applique. She's got a little scarf. Here's her hair. And it's a little unruly. And then I'm going to be sewing on her eyes. And I gave her some black eyebrows. So she's coming along. She's coming along. T-shirt's a little rough, but I found I found one pattern that in all the YouTube video was on how to draw a pattern, but didn't tell you how to sew it. Now, most people would be able to figure, take the pattern and sew it. Well, I couldn't do that. So I found a much easier pattern for a T-shirt. So I cut up one of my old T-shirts. Sorry, it's white, but it's okay. And it's got a little V-neck. I don't know if you can see it. She's kind of big. But anyway, I made a little scarf, and I even hemmed it, even though it's a little rough. But yeah. So I think I am going to do the wire rim glasses. So I'm going to sew buttons on for her ears. So you stay over there. Okay. Becky was the inspiration. A lot of people made dolls. A lot of us made dolls and are posting pictures. So you're going to have a nice little gallery of dolls. Yeah. Okay, so the name of this one today is, again, this is a book that I've been reading out of for quite some time. It's called All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten by Robert Fulghum. Um, this book's been around for, well, this is old, and this is the 15th anniversary. Thank you, Melody. The name of this story or essay is The Great Heathen. Jesus was a Jew. This is my father's voice. He's acting as a theological matador to my mother while she charged around the arena of our living room getting ready for the Christmas competition. Jesus was a Jew, dear. He wasn't a Christian, dear. And he wasn't born on December 25th, dear. Jesus is dead, dear. And he isn't coming back, dear. So calm down and shut up, dear. My mother would retreat from the room crying, and my father would go back to reading his newspaper in peace, which was all he wanted in the first place. Peace on earth, beginning in our living room this evening. He once asked me, "Son, do you know why God didn't have Jesus get married?" "No, why?" "Because having him crucified was once enough." My father was a born once and once is enough heathen. My mother was a born again and again and again supplicant of the Southern Baptist Church. There was a brick wall between them on the subject of religion, built and buttressed with bitterness over the years. Every December, I heard my father explain Jesus was a Jew, dear, and lay out his theological landmines. My mother would sob, "You're going to burn in hell," and flee the room. That's how I knew Christmas was coming. Ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling, ding-ding, in the late afternoon of a windy, cold December day, in front of the Woolworth's Five and Dime store in Waco, Texas, a middle-aged man in a suit, tie, overcoat, and Stetson hat stands by a red striped tripod which hangs a black iron soup kettle. An 8-year-old kid, bundled up against the cold, stands beside the man. The kid is working up a little rhythm with the brass bell. This is the first year the kid has been allowed to ring the bell. Warned by the man not to do anything silly, he is trying to mix joy with the necessary reverence required of one who has been entrusted with a serious job. Ding-a-ling, ding-ding. I was that kid. The father is my man. For a couple of hours, we are the Salvation Army. My father was not a Christian, at least not by the standards of the Salvation Army, the Southern Baptist Church, or my mother. He was a heathen in their eyes and proud of it. So it was puzzling to me that the great heathen would work for the Salvation Army year after year as long as he lived. I never asked why, and he never explained. But every year he was there. Now I know the explanation lay somewhere. He often said to me, "It doesn't matter what you say you believe, it only matters what you do." After my father died, his sister told me that their family home had burned down when they were children, leaving them destitute. The Salvation Army came to the rescue. My aunt said their family was so humiliated about their poverty and plight that they never talked about it. It If it had not been for the Salvation Army, the family would not have stayed together. The Salvos practiced what they preached. Now I understood why my father and I were there at the kettle every year. Simple. We owed the pot. Do unto others. The great heathen said, "I have to be a Christian or a Jew." I didn't have to be a Christian or a Jew to do it right. Ding dong, ding dong, ding ding dong. I thought that was interesting. Don't I say that? Yeah, it's true. Doesn't matter what you believe, it matters in what you do. Matters what you do. Yep. Hi, crafting. Hi, Jen. What are you making? Well, I am finishing up my rag doll, and then I am going to do, and I've been pondering again what I'm going to do. That seems to be the burning question for me all week long. And you'd think I would figure it out long before Sunday at 5, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew her eyes and nose on using buttons. And then I'm going to do some sorting, and hopefully we can just, oh, I have to do lips too. I'm a little nervous of doing the lips, but Becky's lips came out really good. So I'm going to try. And these are buttons that I must have been on. Do you know what a P coat is? Everybody know what a P coat is? Yeah, I do too, Gail. That's a good one. It's like a navy blue. It's a pea coat. It's sailors used to wear them, and I don't know whether I don't know whether they're still standard issue or not, but they're usually made out of heavy navy blue wool. Well, you would know because Scott was probably had one if he were in the Navy. And these must be buttons that may have been, well, they're too small, but they're buttons that would have, a larger button like this probably appeared on a pea coat because there's an anchor engraved in the button. And then women, pea coats they were very fashionable. I think I had one too. But it's a heavy. Oh, you do too? Okay. Gail has some pea coat buttons too. I don't know where these came from. Well, obviously they came off a pea coat, but I don't know whose pea coat or how they ended up in my possession. I don't have a clue, but here they are. My son wore it for years. Yep, and he wore his dad's pea coat. That's cool. Oh, poor Dora has to have her eyes and stuff sewn on. Yeah. Well, a little painless surgery here. Whoops. Yep. Haven't named her yet. I can't bring myself to name her. I'll figure it out. When we had another horrific, severe thunderstorm come blowing through here yesterday, I have medicine. And we've talked about this prescription on this stream before. It's something that some of you in here have taken and had horrible reactions to it. And is it Gabatron? Does that? I don't think that's right, but it's some medicine. Hi, Angie. Yeah, I'm become just as terrified as she does now. And they're not just regular thunderstorms; they're severe, and I mean wind gusts. I mean, I'm afraid that my windows in my porch are going to blow out. They're so nasty, ferocious. And it's a medication. It's a medication for human beings, and I've talked about it before. And it's supposed to, and I guess it's for nerve pain. That's it, Gab. Yes, you got it, Gail. That's it. Yes. So I still had some of that left, right, from the vet from a while ago. And I decided, since I usually get fair warning that there's going to be a thunderstorm coming because I have the weather, app on my phone. So I decided to give her some last night. And the prescription calls that she gets half a capsule. So I got out a little bit of tuna fish, right, and gave it to her. And the thunderstorm came, ripping through, and she was pretty calm. She wasn't as scared as she normally is. But boy, oh boy, she acted so out of it, and so I didn't like. I didn't like the way she was acting. I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously, maybe it's better than her being zonked, right? Than being terrified. I don't know. Hi, Dana. I just don't know. I have mixed feelings about. I only have one capsule left, so if I want more, I have to contact the vet. And vets are. I wouldn't be surprised if the vet didn't say, "Well, you're going to have to bring her in," which would mean a visit, which I don't really want to. So I just gave her the half, and but right now it doesn't look like we just have thunderstorms. Oh, great. That's awesome news, Angie. You can start crafting, but don't overdo it. Okay. And you don't have to go back to the doctor. So they're happy with how it looks? Okay. I would think so. I would think so. Um, well, she prescribed it for her arthritic pain, but she said it would also help with her being freaked out by thunderstorms. And when I went to fill the prescription, the pharmacy tech saw that the prescription was for my cat, and she said that she gives it to her cat too. So, oh well, I screwed that up. That's okay. I don't know. I just well, Gail, did it work? Was it? Let's see. Gail said, I didn't notice anything from taking it. Yeah, yeah. So, so if I want to give her some more, I'm going to have to contact the vet. All right, that's not going anywhere. And as Becky said, we're not giving, well, I'm not giving these to any kids. We don't have to worry about them choking on the buttons. So do this. Pull this out like so and go, voila. Well, there's one eye in. Here's looking at you. It is for nerve pain. Okay. Don't they usually give it to people who for diabetic nerve pain? I don't know. I mean, anyway. Lily she was calmer, but man, she was, really. And then, oh God, this is going to bed last night, go into the kitchen, and there was a friggin' cockroach the size of my thumb on the counter. Oh, and Becky, remember when I screamed that one morning when there was one in the living room? Well, that's how I screamed last night. I screamed like oh yeah, yes. I think that sounds like the right word. Well, I have, traps, like these little poisonous traps set out for the cockroaches. And sure enough, the one thing was empty, so I had to put fresh ones out. Hi, Beth. I'll have to call maintenance and have them come and give me an extra spritz of cockroach juice. And I don't know whether because of all the rain they're coming in. I don't know. That usually what they seek is water. So I don't know. I'm sewing my rag doll's eyes on. And so that's what we're doing. And we're talking about the nasty thunderstorms that we've had. You have them too. They're not just regular thunderstorms. They're severe. They really are. And they've been really bad. And the other afternoon, there was this, which appeared to be like a loud popping sound. And at first, I didn't know what it was. It was hail. So there was quite a bit of hail that was hitting the side of my porch, which is aluminum, and that made a racket. Jeez. We're just due for regular thunderstorms about actually 5 o'clock. So maybe they changed the forecast, but it's been bad. Are you going live tonight, Beth? After. No, I don't think I did that right. Wait a minute. Yeah, I think I remember you telling me that particular prescription really whacked you out. Jen, I'm off. Oh, okay. You're off? Okay. Let me see. This is kind of hard. I have a hook needle too, one of those hook needles, and I had it out. That would have been I used to start to use it for the eyebrows, and then I found that difficult. So I probably should have used that for the buttons, but oh well, I'm almost done. She'll be able to see just fine. I think that's good enough. It's not going anywhere. I'm not going to have any granddaughters. My son and oh, they're not too crooked. Oh well, it wouldn't be mine if it weren't crooked, right? That's the saying. Okay, take that. I went for my yearly dermatological checkup, and all my flesh looks good. Don't you like her fish? The fish came out of those glasses. There's plastic, beverage glasses that you can buy that are thermal, and they have like little things in between the two layers of plastic. And this one was so old it came apart, and this was the little emblem that was in the. Well, Beth, she doesn't have a name yet. I'm still working on the name. Oh, there it is over there. Okay. I don't know. I have wireframe. I'm trying to make wire rim glasses for her. And they are looking a little rough. But if I do that, I'm going to have to sew some buttons on for her ears, so the glasses, the wireframes can, wrap around her ears. So, Little Annie, yes. Well, that's a good name. I could do that. I don't mind, because that's what my my friends, my good friends, and who I visit all the time in Cape Canaveral, they call me Wee Annie. Yes, I'm Wee Annie. I don't know how I became Wee Annie, but I'm Wee Annie to my Irish friends. So, got this fancy black button here. So we'll just stick that. Let's see, I want to make sure that's kind of. Let's see. So she could be Wee Annie. Uh-oh. Becky's probably having, like, let's see. All right, that doesn't look too bad, does it? That's too low, isn't it? It should be higher, huh? Let's see. Yeah, that's too low. I got to bring that up. Well, that won't be hard to do. I will snip this. It's got to be higher, because then her lips, because it's going to dangle down. What do you think? No. Yeah, I'll bring it up like so. That won't be too bad, because it's going to droopy down, because it's like three-dimensional. So hi to everybody. I think I've said hi to everybody. Yes. There you go. Yep. Senior citizen with blue hair. Don't see that much anymore. Had a lovely lunch down in Vero Beach today with my sister-in-law. We get together maybe once every couple of months. It's about an hour drive from here. I take the scenic route. I don't like driving on 95. I must be getting old. I like the scenic route is A1. It's US 1. It's kind of goes down around. It goes right down along the river. It's like the water route. So I much. So I think, let's see. Yeah, that's much better. And then the mouth will go right here. I might have to take her fancy scarf off. Let's go through this one more time. And then I mean, some of the dolls with the beautiful embroidery. I saw one where they did the eyelashes, and then they did a couple of stitches up like this, and it looked so easy to do. Do you think I could do it? I tried to put them in 3 times, and 3 times they were crooked. So I just said, she's not going to have that. She's just going to have a straight line. End of story. Okay, that's good enough. All right, good enough. We'll go like so. And like so. I'm not a sewer, folks. Not a sewer at all. But I have had a lot of fun. And I made her out of, these are dish towels. Oh, the Southern Social. Huh. I've not heard of that. We go to either the Ocean Grill, which is right on the ocean. I am learning, yes. And I've had wonderful patient teachers. I was so excited on Thursday when I pulled these pants and turned them right side out, and they were jeans. They were just, I was just beside myself. Now we go to the Ocean Grill, right on the ocean. I mean, right on the ocean. And then that's closed on Sundays, so we went to a place called the Riverside Cafe on the river. And it was delicious. So, well, that's the worst. When it's pricey and it's not any good, that is the absolute worst. I don't mind paying for a good meal, but when it's or lousy service, that's annoying too. My friend Nancy's friend took her out to dinner for her birthday, and it was a restaurant that everybody was raving about how wonderful it was. And she had ordered steamers, and they were supposed to become served in a broth. And that's how steamers are typically served. They're served in a broth. Sometimes I refer to those as piss clams. I mean, they're delicious if they're done right. And it came in this like cream sauce, and she didn't say anything, but she said, that's not a broth. It was a cream sauce. So she was not, but she said it tasted okay. So she ate it. And then she got her main course, and that came in the cream sauce. That was the same sauce that the steamers were in. But she didn't want to say anything because her friend was taking her out for dinner. But the thing that really got her was that she wasn't done eating when the bus boy came. Hi, Barb. Good to see you. When the bus boy came and started clearing the table while she was still eating. She said that just burnt. She just hates that. And that's not good waiting etiquette. And she said something to him. Could you please wait until I'm done eating? And he actually talked back. He said, I can't remember, he said something snotty back to her. And then the waiter came over, right? Asked her if she needed a knife. And I can't remember what her entree was, but it was hi Nettie. It was something that you wouldn't need a knife for. And he came over and asked her whether she wanted a knife or not. And she said, no, I don't need a knife. And he said, well, do you want to use it to stab me with? Because she'd complained about the fact that they were clearing the table while they were still eating. Weird, 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 weird. So she won't be going back again. Actually, let's see if I can figure out. Well, I'm doing her lips. And I should probably draw something to give me some sort of, instead of trying to do it, I'm sorry, little acupuncture for her. Do you have a headache? Now you don't. Ha, 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 ha. Okay. This is one of those Flexaron pens that erasable. So what I want is an M. Oops, an M. M, 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 M. Well, M. I'm trying to do an M. I always get it not centered under the nose. All right, and it's crooked. Oh well, she can have a crooked. Can't see that. That's not working. I think a pencil might work better. Let's see. An M, 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 and a U. Good enough. All right. Now, do I want to? I think I'm going to outline it first and then maybe fill it in like with a satin stitch. Listen to me talk all. Let me just go like so. Ow! Oh, I got myself good, Becky. Damn. Oh, I don't want to start bleeding. Well, she'll have red lips then, won't she? Ow. See, Angie, we went outdoor place to eat yesterday. Some people had their dogs there, and she took the dog. Please. Whoa! Oh, Angie, that's awful. That is not acceptable. Oh, girl, what do you do? I mean, that's not. I mean, I know the dog has to go to the bathroom, but that's the problem with those places that allow pets. That's not going to work. Well, maybe I will just. What do you think? I guess I shouldn't have had a knot, right, Becky? Let's see. Well, maybe I can just snip it. Snip it, snip it, snip it. That's awful. While you're eating? Ugh. Well, yeah. Why? Yeah. Who would? That is gross. Wow. Well, if you got up and left, I hope you got up and didn't pay. Well, I understand that, but if you're eating and, well, I don't know if I'd want to smell dog poop during a minute dinner, but okay. Well, we got a little M there. Can you see the little M? And we'll come down this way. Let me come up this way. There's that too. Yeah, and we don't know. Maybe it was cleaned up immediately, but it's still not a. I guess I don't know. Can the dog kind of let you know that they have to go, and then you could take them? I would imagine there's some grassy area there where you could take your dog to. You do to new. Oh, that's actually not that bad. So Nettie, how's everything in Nettieville? I was lurking at Maddie's sale yesterday. I've become a lurker in my old age, I guess you would say. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad at all. I'm not unhappy with that. Should I fill it in or just leave it open? What do you think? People in the know. Anybody have any opinion on that? Should I fill her in or just leave her outlined? Leave it open? Okay. I think that's probably a wise. I shouldn't push my luck. I think I agree with you, Beth. I'll come down here. And let's see. Whoops. Come out way over here. Yep. Look at that. Not too bad. Not too scary. Well, kind of a little scary, but not too scary. She's got a face. All right. Now, yeah, I'm going to leave it. Leave it well 11. Yeah, just leave it alone. And actually, I did not. I got a little M and a little U. So that came out pretty good. All righty. I'm not unhappy with that at all. Now, here are the glasses. Now, the glasses are really rough. I mean, really rough. They're made out of really thin wire. And I might make them again. If they went here like so, and I would wrap them around. What do you think? Or not? Maybe just skip the glasses. I'm thinking not. I don't like them. Okay, Angie, take care. That's true, Gail. A bird could poop right on your. Thank you, Beck. Thank you. Never would have done it without you. Never, ever, ever, ever. I'll have to think about the glasses. I thought And they won't be that hard. I could just sew some buttons and just wrap the, the thing around, but you can't really. So that would be the glasses if I do the glasses. See my head. Geez, I'm sorry. Hi, Malaya. Okay, all righty. So the glasses may come later. Okay. So we'll call her done. Thanks, Kimberly. Yours is adorable too. I'll have to take a picture of her, an official pose to send her off to the Dolly gallery. Yep. Oh, she could hold the yeah, but yeah, I would. That's not a bad idea. But these glasses are they're made out of really thin wire and they're kind of wobbly. But I'll think on that. Yep. But that's right. Oh, Malaya had a big sale. I was lurking. The Parade of Dolls. Yes, that's what we're calling it. The Parade of Dolls. I couldn't remember. Yes. Actually, I have I have a little tiny book, but it's more the type it's size book for it's too tiny for her. I need to make it a little bit bigger. The next size up composition. These are the ones that that Janet Nash showed us how to make, remember? But this is a little bit too tiny. Make a bigger one. I could just do that and she could be holding the book. Yeah, but I'll make the right size. I'll make the right size. Let's see, she needs a book. Same here, Cal. Let's see. So then very sore today, but yes, he was. Oh, okay, that's all right. But you had a good time. That's what counts. Yeah, the book wouldn't be a bad idea. And I would just do it like a stitch right there. Well, that's good. A great birthday is always good. It's always good. Yes. Okay. Well, your yard looks good. Okay. Alrighty. Bye. I'm gonna go sit her somewhere. And you got to see Becky's doll. She's got. Well, that's where I got the idea for her hair. Was Becky's hair. Okay. Alrighty. Stick her over here. I wish I had a shelf. I don't have any shelves. Becky's got some shelves. You should see the shelves that Scott's making. Oh my gosh, they're gorgeous. They're gonna hold a shitload of books and heavy books. That looks like a very heavy duty bookcase. That's really very beautiful. It looks to be what, at least 6 feet high? Why are we meowing? I don't know why we're meowing. Oh yes, thumbs up would be great. Thank you so much. Yes. All right. So the next thing on the agenda and I don't know, you're probably gonna go, oh my God, but it's I've got all these little bits and pieces of things that are not completed. And I jumped on the Pantone, 77 inches tall. Okay. So that's 6 feet would be 72. So it's taller than wow. You'll need a ladder to reach the top shelf. And you said that's just for garden books? Well, that's good. All right. I jumped on the bandwagon And I couldn't resist. So I got the Pantone, or in Italy, they're known as the Pantone cards. No, I don't think they're known as the Pantone cards. Just kidding. They could be. The Pantone cards. 100 postcards. I did. But I'm not going to paint on them or draw because I'm not really confident in that. But I think I'm going to do. I was enabled. I was enabled. I was. Yep, they got me. I held out for a long time, but I was enabled. Now this is not as nice as the box. Dee Dee's came in like a special edition garden box. I don't think they're that $20 for 100 cards is pretty reasonable, in my opinion. But I'm sorry I didn't get the color blocks. Have you seen the color blocks? Because the color blocks has a picture, and then from the picture, they have created a palette that matches the picture. I have real trouble with palettes and such. Okay. Now, if you get like the complete set of these, it's like thousands of colors. Oh, all I care about for my birthday is to eat wherever I want, since I never get to eat where I want. There you go. Well, hopefully there's a special restaurant in your area that you want to go to, and that's where you go. You say, this is where we're going. Yes. Yeah. But and they are postcards. They are, honest to God, postcards. And again, as we know, some of the colors have names and some don't. So I watched a collage person that I follow. She did little collages on a bunch of the cards. And I like, little collages are, a challenge. And I thought I would try to do that. That's my goal, at least, to do little collages. But in order to do little collages, I have to have little pictures. Yeah, the blocks. And there's another crafter that I just started following, and she's an incredible artist, and she makes it look so easy. Oh, gosh, what's her name? Denise Love? No, I don't think that's right. But she had the blocks. She had the blocks, and then she just did these beautiful paintings based with the palette. Just took the palette. But so in order to do this, I need little pictures, right? So this is, and I have been cutting out magazine pictures for years. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're here. She almost forgot. I got engrossed in making a video and still need to glue down everything. Okay. All right. Well, don't sneeze. Be careful if it's not glued down. So what I'm going to do is, I have literally, I would say 1,000 pictures, but probably not 1,000. That would be an exaggeration. But don't we all love to exaggerate? So I have a little thing here. And I bought these a while ago, and I just started shoving stuff into these with no rhyme or reason. So we're going to sort. And I'm looking for little things that might be small enough to be Pantone worthy. Right? And just throw that over there. See, look, that's perfect for a Pantone, possibly collage. That would work. I'll throw that in the box. That might work. That's too big. I'm not going to cut anything. I'm just going to take stuff that's little. Our memories, maybe. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, a watering can. That might work. Let's see. That could possibly work. Choose happy. That's always a good choice. How can you go wrong, right? Okay. Going back to the balcony. See you in a few. Okay. Together always. Nah, those are a little bit too big. But see, I got a little leaf. I have no idea. These are obviously a digi download that I downloaded and then I never did anything with. I mean, a lot of that could just be thrown out. I don't know what. Sunflower. That might work for the yellow, right? All right. See, something like that might work. I love this stuff, don't you? Tissue paper is always a good. Let's see what we got here. All right, that could be cut out. That could be cut out. All right, all right. You know, I could throw some of this out too. That would be even wiser, right? Throw it out while I'm going through it. I threaten to do this all the time. All the time I talk about going through all this shit. And never do. And now I ended up buying 50 of these things. And all I do is just when I want to clear something up, I just want to. Yes, yes, yes. Yep. I wanted to buy some of her digi downloads. I guess that's what everyone's trying to help her out a little bit. That's horrible. I mean, the whole thing makes no sense. Why the husband is being so horrible, you know? See, I live in the basement. Let's see. I hear Nettie singing. Hi, Mary Lou. I'm sorting through stuff that I threatened to sort through. I got some black and white stuff. I'm just right. Oh, wow. I have no idea what that. Huh. I'm not looking to cut anything out. I'm just going through the preliminary little stuff. So this looks like all big stuff. These are. This is from Marta Small Art. She has a lot of free. There's a lot of, I tell you what. And if you shop around, there's a lot of free digi downloads out there. But I'm going to buy some of Shabby. Now, what's her name? I forgot already. Yeah, I know. A lot of these folks are very generous. They all have some free. All right, so that's. Grab some stuff. I could throw a lot of this out. Tina, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. I couldn't remember what her name was. Yeah. I can't imagine doing what she did. I mean, going online. And just like, poor Joe DeFee. Haven't heard anything, several of us did, streams in honor of her and tried to get people to, and then she made that one video and kind of told everybody what she was going through. And my heart just breaks for her, to bare your soul. And what Tina's going through. I just don't understand what the hell the husband hopes to get out of this. And she's got the kids, right? Does he want her to? What's he want? So he's jeopardizing his own children. That's what I don't understand. That makes no sense to me. I don't understand. Well, I don't understand people. Yeah. Her ex-husband taking her to court over stupid stuff, and she can't afford her mortgage anymore because of him. So he's basically trying to put her out on the street with the kids. She's got the children, right? So let's kick you out on the street. Let's kick you and my children to the curb. I mean, how? People are just so, and they've been divorced a while. And I guess initially it seemed like it was a amicable divorce, and then all of a sudden he just turned into an I like things that one can cut out. I do too. I love fussy cutting. I have a lot of little things that, see, I can see cutting that out and putting that on one of those Pantone cards. I have to call them Pantone. I just think they should be Pantone. Yeah. See, that's yeah. Well, I have to say I had a very amicable divorce. I guess I was lucky. All right, there's a little face I could use. Obviously, this is too big. Ooh, look at this. See, that would be cool. That's a good one. And look at the colors in this. That's from one of my cruise catalogs. Look at that. That's too big. I don't know. Staircases. I always, actually a little piece of stair, but I'm not gonna, my initial thing going through was just literally grabbing little pieces and not. But I love, and again, it's how do you store them? I've tried storing them so many different ways. The only ones that I have separate is I have a separate black and white. Well, hopefully she paid half the child support, right? I mean, I don't know. I was shocked in New York when we got the divorce. Walked into the lawyer's office, and, he took out a calculator. Hi, Tori. He took out a calculator. And he just said, okay, how long were you married? Okay. 22 years. Okay. How many kids? 2. How old are the kids? Gave him the ages. Okay. How much do you make? Okay. And then he just entered all of these numbers. And then he said, okay, this is what you're going to get from him. Now in New York, they don't call it alimony. They call it something else. And it's only for, they divide how many, that's right. They divide how many years you were married by 3. And then that's how many years you get. Yeah, there is a formula. And well, New York's no, I guess all states are no fault now. And I don't know what it would be like over in Europe, but and I guess you're right. Nothing's always, you never know. You never know, right? Something happened. Something happened that set him off, and we don't know. Really, North Carolina is still all at fault state? Oh, wow. Now yeah, that's exactly right. And Richard was 14. David was 18, out the door on his way to college, and wouldn't really be living at home. He was going to be living at college. And it was Richard's choice. He chose who he wanted to stay with. And since he chose me, then I got child support for him and alimony or marital support for me. She might be good, but again, I'm just trying to grab pictures that are going to be Pantone size. That might work. But these are all out of, I get these beautiful catalogs from the cruise lines. I've never gone on one of their cruises, but every week or so I get these beautiful. They never had alimony? Did they call it something else? Or you got nothing? Oh, Mary Lou moved out of North Carolina, filed in Rhode Island. Oh, wow. Holy mackerel. That just doesn't seem right. You've given your whole life. I guess in New York, you have to be married at least 10 years in order to file for support, I guess. See, I'm sure that's not why I cut that out. But I can see using the black and white plaid. I probably cut it out because I like buildings. That's interesting. Ah, yes, the cruise pictures. Yes. Yeah, most of these are from those cruise lines. I just like that. I like buildings and bridges. This one pretty much, it's almost like I actually had a thought when I put these together. This is very building-like and industrial. Oh, look at that wicker. Isn't that cool? Someplace in the Greek islands. Oh, before filing? Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I would. Yeah, that would. Yeah. Well, Bruce could have called he could have been a real jerk, and he could have refinanced the divorce, because it was based on my support was based on me being a teacher's aide salary. And in that interim, I went back to school, got my master's degree, and became a full-time teacher, and my salary doubled. And he really didn't, he could have gone in and had said, hey, she's making twice as much as she was, and I don't think I should have to pay her X amount of money. But he never did that. He never said anything. And he could have, refinanced it. Yeah, you get along with your ex. My ex, well, when we first were divorced, he would ask me, I guess the first 2 years when we were divorced, he would ask me, can I come for Thanksgiving? And I said, yeah, you can come. Oh, what makes it it's a company. It's the company name. That's the name of the company that has all of these colors. Now, if you buy like the complete set, They have every shade tone that you can imagine, and like complete set of these are thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars. This is only 100 colors, and it's a company. And I'm kidding around. I'm pronouncing them Pantone, but I think it's Pantone, and that's the correct pronunciation. And they're $20 on Amazon, and they are manufactured in China, of course, and they're Chronicle books. Color identification is solely for artistic purposes and not intended to be used for specification. Refer to current Pantone color publications for accurate color. Pantone and the Pantone chip designs are trademarks of Pantone LLC in the United States and or other countries. Pantone LLC 2011, all rights reserved. This is an authorized Pantone Universe product manufactured under license by Chronicle Books. So it's a company. I mean, no one can really own colors, right? There you go. Yeah, the paint chips is a good way to go. Yeah, the paint chips. Yeah, because I think they're $9 for the paint chips. There is a Pantone game too that looks awesome. And it's I can't even describe it. It's just so cool. Take care, Barb. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah. And what goodies do we have in this? I mean, I've got bags of these. Again, at first I had these in little pull-out drawers by category. Never looked at them. And then I remember Dee Dee saying that she did her cutouts by size, small, medium, and large. So that's what I did. But now these are just literally, if I'm working on something I want to clean up, I just get one of these empty bags and just shove everything. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Disney owns Mickey Red, and someone owns Smurf Blue, right? Yeah. But I'm following this collage artist, and she got some of the. See, look at that. That's perfect. Ooh, I like that one. And I like that. And so she started collaging on them. See, or that's what I'll do though. I'll take a magazine. And if I want to do something at the moment, I'll harvest the magazine at the moment. I've got, I mean, I could just sit down and just start gluing this shit down, right? I've got a couple of books, blank books. I could just start gluing this. I've made lots of master boards, but I guess I glued these lips and eyes on. But see, something like that. That could be a Pantone collage right there for red. That someone already did it. I could just glue that on a red card and I would be done. Right? I love this. Look at this. Is that not cool? It's a jukebox. I do too. And the ladies that I hang out with, I was not going to renew any magazine subscriptions. Well, that ended up being a joke. You're gone a month and you get these offers. We miss you. We want you to come back. And I end up coming back. What did I just renew the other day? I got Yankee magazine. How can I say no to Yankee? There's a couple of other magazines I got. $10 a year. So I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, look at that. See? That's cool. Ah, nothing like a nude butt. Oh, I remember this series. This was from the Smithsonian. They did a whole thing about fashion. And Hermione's, or whatever this company's called, they have great color. Yeah, look at that. I was just listening to a podcast, and they had an expert on Michelangelo. He carved David. He carved David when he was in his 20s. Oh, okay. Oh, well, speaking of, I meant to bring this in. I'll just go get the latest, and I've never had any dealings with this company before, but I got this in the mail yesterday. Because you get on a mailing list, and they know what you like. But this particular magazine just cuts me up. This one. Everyone needs to get Garden and Gun. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't understand a magazine called Garden and Gun. My brain will not wrap around Garden and Gun. Is that, do you have a gun so you can shoot the varmints that are eating your flowers? I don't know. But I think that's the prices are ridiculous. Yep. Risk free. I don't know. You got a gun. I'm a little scared. Celebrate the good life in the South. And Beth loves Garden and Gun. Okay. All righty. Okay. I'm not crazy about the gun part. Let's see. It's a hunting magazine with a garden, so you can go hunting in your garden, Beth. Discover your South, no matter where you live. I'd rather have Yankee magazine. Sporting South. Okay, there's a good old boy, right? Good old dog. Good old dog. Your dream home. Little camper. That might be, yeah. See, I would cut that out. Cut it out. Cut it out. That would be a cute little picture for a collage, a little camper. All right. Okay. Let's see. What do they think this is worth? I don't know. We'll see. I haven't paid anything more than $10 for a magazine. And sometimes they throw in another magazine for free. Like a Bon Appetit. You get it for free? Well, free's good. I don't think this is free because I have to RSVP. They got to be kidding me. They want $15? Nah, I don't think so. Well, I'm glad you get it for free. But you got to be careful, though. You got to be super. When I get magazines, I never put them on my charge card. I always write them a check. Because the next thing you know, it's automatically renewed, and you even though they warn you. Oh, look, see that? That's good. That's going in the Pantone box. Oh, look at that. Ooh, I have to cut that down, but that has to go in the Pantone box. That goes in the Pantone box. That goes in the Pantone box. Yep. Look at all these. Oh, it's a larger magazine? Okay. These are some nappy cans that I have. Actually, those napkins, that might be interesting to put that on a That's a possibility. All right, I'm gonna stick that in the. Okay, I could see where that might make an interesting texture thing. All right. No, that goes in the Pantone box. Oh, Mary Lou. No, Beth, you're here. I I bought a watermelon. You enabled me to buy a watermelon. And then Mary Lewis, what did you say, Mary Lou? You said that watermelons were a whole watermelon was ridiculously expensive. So I was at the local Publix, which is a southern grocery store. So Beth knows Publix, and they had cut up slices of watermelon, right? And it had seeds in it. It wasn't seedless. And they wanted $4.39 for like 5 slices. And they had a whole baby watermelon seedless for $4.99. So I bought a whole seedless watermelon. I could barely lift it. Yeah, it's all. Well, if you could have seen, I'm sorry, if you could have seen Beth the other day eating watermelon, I mean, that is, yes, a great image for watermelon. Maybe. Ooh, did you see that on one of the blue Pantone cards? Okay. Yeah, you said that. This is a small one. It's about yay big. Can you see? Oh, and look at this. I like hands too. Hands. Got a lot of hands. Look at this. Oh, look. I must have been getting ready to do a hands collage because look at all the hands I got here. I have no idea what I was doing. How long ago these were. That's a hand, a hand, a hand, a hand, a hand. Cockatoo. That's the right size. Let's see. We got here. Edison. So anyway, there was an expert on Michelangelo, and he carved the Sistine. He carved the statue of David, 17 feet high is the statue of David. He was in his 20s when he did it. And he did the Pieta too when he was in his 20s. The last thing he did was the Sistine Chapel. He lived to be 89 years old. Oh, wow. That's cheap. I have it in the outside refrigerator. I can't forget that it's out there. And then they had avocados on sale. So I've got to, you try to pick the avocados. You try to pick like ripe and then not so ripe. I've got one that's ripe. So, all right. Let's see. What is that? Oh. That's a sticker. That's weird. All righty. Okay, that guy looks good. I have no idea what that is, but that could be something interesting. Kind of like that sketch. Oh. And this is this is a funny ad. I think this is a cute drawing. I love this little critter here. Some mornings you just feel like that. That's kind of how I felt when I had COVID a couple of weeks ago. That's it right there. Oh, that's a nice little drawing. And that's a nice little drawing. See, something like that, I can just copy that just to draw it, you know. Good night, Gail. Thank you for being here. I'll throw that out. That's a nice architecture feature. That could be on the Pantone. Yeah. That too, that too. Well, this was... Oh, look at this. I got a doggy. A good old hunting hound. You know, I watched, I don't know how many of you get hooked on reels and you go through those, zip through those reels and you see those stories where those poor little abused animals and people rescue them. Oh, it always just breaks my heart. And then they get all rescued. Yeah, the architecture's fun, isn't it? See, just postcard size. Yeah. It is so relaxing. But architecture, that's one of my faves. I have a whole thing of like one of those expandable folder things. Do you that? Yeah, I'm almost, you know, I'm kind of addicted to them. But it's now that they're gearing more to my tastes. There's a lot of like some of the quick cooking ones. Oh, and I got another thing I wasn't able to. Oh, look at that. That'll be good. That'll be really good. The little arm. Look at that little tiny arm amongst all of this stuff, and it survived. This little tiny wee arm. Yeah, see? She's got a wee arm. Metro card. I don't know why in hell I would have that. There's nothing here. I don't know. I got enabled, and I don't know. We'll find out. I got signed up for Factor. Which is a food service. We'll see. I've got 12 meals coming. I had, these must be out of Bon Appetit. See, that might look good on a yellow card. I have some made in the, okay. I have some short videos, and every once in a while it'll pop up and they'll say, "Do you want to make a reel?" And I don't know what that was all about. I don't see. Look at those. I knew I would have little pictures in here. Unearthed beauty, however hidden or subtle it might be. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. Look at the kitty. See, that's perfect. Hi, Vanessa. Okay. In one boot. I don't know. Well, here's some more of that. There's a whole bunch of that. I can't imagine what my, I don't know. Shoes too. I like the accent, and a lot of times I will cut out of Architectural Digest. I will cut out the paintings that of the talking cats. Oh my gosh, those are hysterical. Yes. I'll cut out the paintings on the walls. All senses engaged. If the idea of journaling seems challenging, consider packing a list of prompts to help you get started. We're all prompters. Becky prompts, Beth prompts, Janet prompts, Becca prompts. Then when you arrive at the moment and you want to record, you will have reminders of how the five sentences can be engaged. Sight. Pause to take the world in around you, what looks different from your everyday life. Is there anything that looks surprisingly similar? Do certain colors stand out? Begin with big picture and then zero in smaller details. If certain sights invoke feelings, write those down too. In journaling, there is no wrong thing to record. It's all gold. Yeah, that's Dee Dee. Write it down, write it down, write it down. Notice what sounds stand out in the moment. Are multiple languages being spoken? Are birds singing? And we have the wonderful Carlisle app. Is anybody laughing? What kind of music is playing? I never really think about sounds. That's a good thing to pay attention to. I mean, not. I'm in my house. Obviously, I'd have to go out. But we went out to lunch today, and now I couldn't hear what the people on either side of us were saying. Oh, rain. Well, wait a minute. Yesterday there was hail. I heard the hail. It was banging up against the aluminum on my porch. Smelled. This is good. I want to save that. Oh, look at that little purse. Yeah. And let's see. Penny stocks. We need some. Yeah, got to have some text. I've got a dictionary somewhere buried. Let's see. I have a lot of, this is all out of one. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. And I have these little field notebooks. I have these little notebooks. It's so easy just to write it down. But do I? No, I don't. I'm trying to think what brought me joy today. Finishing Wee Annie brought me joy today. And Becky telling me that she was proud of me. That brought me joy today, Becky. So thank you for that. It really did. Your words. Oh, I appreciate that. Yes. That's true. I have no idea. Is that a plug? I don't know what that is. Well, whatever it is, it could be a. That's see that now. That's a what do you call it? Headlamp of a motorcycle. And this, I've had this picture for years. This is. Are you ready? This is a 22-year-old Martha Stewart. Yep. The pizza you ate was pretty joyful. Thank you, Scott. Thank you. That's Martha Stewart. And that's the Battle of 1066. I don't know what that is, but, and that's a cup. That's definitely going. I got a lot of little architecture. Another hand. A workhorse. Lamps. Ooh, look at that. That's going, is that not a perfect? Is that not perfect Pantone card picture? Is that not the perfect? Oh, look, that just made itself. I've got, Look at that for the yellow. I've got it made. Look at these blues. Wow. Greek urns. I have to wonder what you were thinking. What I was thinking when I pulled these out. See, that might fit. That might be interesting. A door. Little watercolor. I like cutting out chairs and furniture too, even though they're a real bitch to cut out. They're really kind of neat when you get them all cut out. There's the rest of that motorcycle. That could be a brown, maybe, with something interesting sitting on it. Let's see. Little Gold Men. Interesting. Apple. Yep. I have no idea what that is or what inspired me to cut it out. That's a big watercolor that I really liked. I don't know what this is. What is that? Oh, it's the headlamp of a car. Oh, and there's the rest of it. I drew that. That's kind of cute. Well, can you see it? That's a little, it's kind of washed out, a little cartoony character. Yes, this envelope has a lot of smalls. Yeah. There you go. Oh. Yeah, it just happens, and it's got some really big ones too. And some solid colors. Oh, I cut this out because I like the font, because it's about oat milk. Yeah, maybe. Oh, Madonna. Yeah, this is a wild batch, wasn't it? Holy mackerel. This is kind of like almost going through a photo album, you know? Oh, man. Look at this. I cut that out. Cut it out. I might just go like so. Sorry. Look at, I mean, I really get into some fussy cutting here. I mean, camouflaging these, and I've got those, camouflaging these. Oh my God. Collaging these is not going to be that. I think it's going to be fun. And then I've got all these sticker books and the other little things too. I mean, look, here's a little city on a hill. Cash credit. That was the, okay. Some more flowers. Yeah. Here's a nice chair. Look at that. That could be cut down, even though I wasn't going to do the cut down thing. Faux postage stamp. Another chair. That must have been for texture. Look at this. Oh, look at this. Look at that. That's awesome. Huh. Ooh. Another hand. Ooh. Bye, Nettie. Enjoy your dinner. I've got leftovers from, there's a big one. I go from huge to little. I mean, look how I fussy cut that out. Look, that's quite the. But I don't know what you would do with that. I mean, there's every size that you can imagine in here. All right. That's cute. That's some sort of, that's a possibility. That's a possibility. I don't know what that is. I like gauges and stuff like that too. This came out of. Oh, look at that! I love that. That's creepy good. I don't know. Some of these are. This was a book that I bought, I guess, at Goodwill that I cut up. Had this type of sketches in it, which I thought were interesting. That line, the ink line sketching stuff. Yeah, I like buildings and like mechanical stuff too with gears. It's like a little junk boat. Wow. Eat. At that dude. I didn't cut him out. It's a magazine, a catalog of. Oh, that looks like the front of that car. Mm-hmm. And sometimes when you cut them out, you have to wonder how you're going to use these. There's the Gatling gun. Crank that up. Machine gun. This, I like that. I like that. I like that. Oh, I got a magazine. It was called Good Night Net. Oh, I said Good Night to Nitty. It's called Popular Science. And it had some of the great neat. It wasn't like Popular Mechanics. It was just called Popular Science, and it had some really interesting, very interesting stories and some great pictures. I wish they would contact me. I guess I could find them. Look at that. There's someone with a box camera on. I don't know. Let's see. See, that would be fun to draw. Some kitchen stuff. I don't think this is. That would be fun to draw too. It's the other thing. You go through these pictures and just start drawing, Don't like that. Don't like that. An eye is always good. I like the little buildings too. The little buildings are handy too. Oh, look at this. Wow. Got some solid colors here. Another building. Oh, that looks like, I think that's the Flatiron building. It's the one at that building on the corner. Oh, okay. So some older magazines. I wonder if they still make Popular Science. Because the one I have is just a couple of. I just got it a couple of years ago, and I don't even know how I ended up with it, unless they sent me a free copy. Because there were some great articles in there. Yeah, they probably don't have. Yeah, I was cutting out the color for that. Let's see. I'm shocked that there was so much in this envelope. This is bizarre. I mean, really. And as you said, so many smalls. Can't even figure out what that is. Ah. Telegraph. That, excuse me, that's Frank Lloyd Wright, I think. See, I look at that. That is so cool. I can see that. Possibly. That looks like some sort of torture chamber. I don't know. It looks kind of creepy. An early Houdini. There you go, little turquoise. Ah, little God. Some God. There you go. They have God. All right. Guy wanting to fly. Okay, we're getting there. GI guy. I guess I liked all these neon things about these neon signs. I have a whole bunch of those. Oh, look at these kids. Oh, how much fun is that? Riding bareback. You probably did that, Becky. You had a horse. Becky had a horse. When my grandparents moved to the country, I was so excited because I just assumed that I was going to get a horse. Look at that. That's cool. So look at these pictures. I've got those little tiny ones and that gigantic one. It's crazy. Oh, look at the sewing machine. Oh, that's that poor guy that gets his liver eaten out every night and then it heals and then the thing comes back and eats it. It's one of the Greek mythology things. How gruesome. I don't know my Greek mythology very well. I've had this picture for years. I love it. There's something about that just tickles me. I find funny. All right. We're getting there. Like that. Might as well keep on taking there you go, one boot. I had the other boot and I think I threw it out. Oh, I don't know who that is. Freud? Looks like Freud. Well, whoever it is, it's a genius. All right, we'll put genius. There you go. Cave painting. It looks like I got really big ones and little ones and everything in between ones. That came out of that Smithsonian magazine. That's one of my travel magazines. That's Amsterdam. Been there. Look at the kitty. Oh, so now I'm getting to look at the bottom. I'm getting into the pets. Oh, you thought our fair? Yeah, well, they were. Grimm was Grimm. Do you know that in Cinderella, in the original story of Cinderella, that the wicked ants, they literally physically cut their feet, they cut their heels off, and there's blood everywhere, and uh-huh. Yeah, uh-huh. Maybe a chemical removal. I understand. Look at that. That's why I'm glad I have my blood work done every 3 months. And the doctor says to me, "Your liver looks good and your kidneys look good." And I go, "Yes, I can keep doing what I've been doing." Not to excess, and not anymore. Hurricane tracking chart. Evil, evil, evil. Okay, okay. That looks like Finland. That's where my. It is. Look at that. That's where the Dave and Alex are. They're in Finland, and that's Finland. I know nothing about Finland. Nothing. Nada. Well, folks, look. Oh my gosh, it's 6:52, and there's still people here. Oh my God. Yes, they did. They cut their toes off to fit into those damn glass. They did, and that was the original story. And of course, Disney came in and made it all Disneyfied. But yeah, Brothers Grimm. But you know, the Brothers Grimm were German. The Germans really have a sixth sense of whatever. They really are very gruesome people. Being my father grew up in a German household. He spoke German before he spoke English. So when World War II broke out, they weren't going to send him to Europe. Not with the name of Hornberger. They sent him, to the Pacific. So he fought in the Pacific. Well, I mean, you look at all these. Can you just imagine just starting to glue these down somewhere? Good night, Kathy. Thank you so much for being here. Can you imagine? Just start. I've made some larger collages, on big piece collages. So now I'm going to try to go small. We'll see. But I think it's going to be a fun challenge. It's amazing. Maybe it is good to go through the magazines, because this has got to be several magazines. And look how little space they take up compared to if you had the whole magazine. Yeah, I'm going to say good night too. Thank you so much for being here. As always, you folks are just wonderful to hang out with me. Maybe next week I'll have some Pantone collages completed with some of these. And I guess I just scratched the surface. Just scratched the surface. So on that, but we'll see how that goes. So have a good week, and I'll see you about. Be good and take care. Bye.